Consolidated Problem section will allow you to search and add and move hospital problems and diagnosis. Let's define what each section means. Diagnosis is a patient's active problems for this hospital stay. This means that it is what the patient is being actively treated for during this hospitalization. Problems show past long-term problems that the patient may or may not be receiving treatment for during this hospitalization. As an example, it could be congestive heart failure or diabetes. You or some other provider may have treated the patient in the past for one of these problems but are not treating them for it during this hospital stay. You may also have the same thing in both sections at the same time. If you want to add a medical issue to both diagnosis and problem list at the same time, you will need to change the setting on the Add New As before you start the search for a medical issue. Left-click on Diagnosis. Pick the area or areas you wish to add a patient medical issue into. You can also search for a new diagnosis for this hospitalization by using the search window. This works like a Google search, meaning as you type a list forms showing you options to select from with their ICD-9 code. If you know the ICD-9 code, you can also type it in the window as well. It will give you a selection list for you to select from, just like searching for the name. Once you have selected the medical issue, it will appear in the diagnosis or both areas if you selected that option. You can also drop and drag it into the problems if it was going to be an ongoing medical problem. Or if something is in the problem list, you can drag and drop it into the diagnosis list if they need active treatment during this hospitalization. The historical area shows you any diagnosis or problems that has been resolved or placed in an inactive status. You can change the status from the Problems and Diagnosis page. You can also drop and drag into the Diagnosis and Problems list from the historical area. You can also use this small caret to remove diagnosis or cancel problems from their respective lists.